Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. We're out here having a look at one of my very favorite berry bushes, and that is the Chilean guava, also known as Ugni Molyneux. This cultivar is called Bella Berry, and well before the berries have even set, it's already so beautiful. It's a really big bush. I got it back in 2021 and it has had a few setbacks, so I'll just share how to keep it growing best, in my opinion, from what I've experienced. At one point I tried to plant it into the ground because it was so big. It grew really fast initially and was really looking healthy. But then, over winter, it got frozen. They're meant to be hardy down to -10, but we did have a particularly cold winter and they don't like cold, drying winds. And we definitely had some of those. So it completely froze and it lost so many leaves, and so it just looked so dead. The leaves just crisped up completely. They just sort of dried. And so I had to dig it out and chop it right back and then just give it time to recover. And it took a few years, but it's quite recovered now. It's also been attacked by some kinds of bugs this winter, so it's getting back to health again. It's put out lots of new growth here, lots of new foliage, and all these little flowers, which are so cute. They start off as little balls and then slowly puff up like little balloons and then pop open, and they smell so good. They smell like a bit like lily of the valley, just a really strong but beautifully floral fragrance. It's so delicious. And later on, the berries really smell like strawberry. When you come out here, and I also have my strawberry grape up here, this whole area is just full of the scent of strawberries, even though there aren't actual strawberries here. There are figs and other things here. It's really funny. So a really floral place in the summer. But look at all these flowers. And so the fruits themselves are like really the size of big blueberries. And they're red, and then they have like really tropical flavors. Sort of, there's a bit of pineapple in there, a bit of citrus, definitely some strawberry. Some people say they think they taste like bubble gum. Other people say cotton candy. They're really sweet. There's a little bit of herbalness in them sometimes too, depending on the cultivar. But they're definitely a wonderful berry to grow. So much fun, so interesting as well. And they seem so tropical as well. So I think they've become more popular here in England. At one point, everyone was saying that they are the favorite fruit, or they were the favorite fruit of Queen Victoria. So the Victorians were quite into their gardening, of course, and they really liked interesting flavors. So it was said that Queen Victoria, she grew them down in the south, down in Cornwall of England, and then she would get them brought up to the palaces by trains. So she definitely had a discerning palate, I would say. But yes, absolutely beautiful little berries to grow, and they're so stunning already as flowers. So hopefully before too long I'll have some berries to show. They are actually some of the later ones, so even though they're already flowering now, the berries won't be ripe until about September. So there's a bit of a wait, but it's quite nice to have these ones because they come after all the other berries are sort of ending the year. So it's something to look forward to. If you'd like to grow some of these yourself, and I would highly recommend it, they're so great. My two best tips are, first of all, make sure they don't freeze over winter. If you're going to have a freezing night, I would highly recommend getting a little blanket and just tossing one over it, tucking it up, keeping it warm, or keeping it frost-free anyhow. I wouldn't take it in the house. I think that would be not necessary, but definitely make sure it doesn't freeze. And then secondly, keep it well watered over winter. I lost one of them. I lost a Chilean guava, one called Kapow this winter. It might be coming back, but it's looking as dry as a bone because it simply dried out. It was in a pot and they just need more water. Even though it's raining constantly, or it feels like it wasn't sufficient. So definitely keep them well moist. And then I also feed mine with a nice little seaweed fertilizer every so often. That just seems to help them tick along nicely when they're in a pot. so nice to be out here, honestly. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.